Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As we were talking earlier with our guest here, engineer Noha Aziz, we were saying that some jobs are going to disappear. Others, a lot of other jobs are going to emerge in the new market with the new era. So tell us more.
Yes. So what we need to do is prepare youth for this coming stage. Not only academic studies and going definitely training, not only we don't call it like soft skills, no, we call it now power skills, essential skills, and also more like work practice, going into simulations, like going to work, actually working in places and so on. So we need to give them a more in-depth view of work, because actually work is a really step,
the real world.
Yes. Yeah, the real world is, it's not just a generational thing, no, it's more of a cultural step towards something different, you know. Yes.
So such preparation requires also preparing the youth for the challenges that they are going to face after graduation and going actually to the labor market. So what kind of challenges do they face when they newly join the labor market, especially if they join different organizations or face different types of work?
Yes, when youth go into a new organization, they're like going to a new world, you know. So it is again a transitional change, like cultural change, not only something new and okay, it will be smooth and so on. No, challenges like they feel lost. They feel, what am I doing? I only study some things and it's not what I'm doing here at work. And I'm meeting so many people, different people, with so many personalities and characters and so on. And what is expected of me and so on. So there are so many challenges at the beginning.
Yes, at the beginning. So what are the tools that we need to provide for the youth in order to prepare them?
Actually, I was really happy to have a chance to work with a lot of juniors, you know, and get to work with them closely and so on. We need to give them a lot of support, encouragement, provide them with tools like a chance to do something right or wrong. It's okay. Okay, we'll be supporting you in something like this. So providing an environment of a lot of learning, you know, like having mentors, trying to shadow other people who work so that they can have hands-on experience inside the workplace. So this is very important.
Yes. Is emotional intelligence and artificial intelligence becoming a prerequisite for being accepted in different organizations?
Actually, emotional intelligence is very important. And even if people are smart and, you know, they go to in the work smart and got the good grades and so on, and knew how to do the interview well and so on, but going into work needs emotional intelligence. Now they're being assessed for emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is about awareness, understanding themselves, have conflict with people and, you know, not getting into anger situations and so on, having themselves motivated to do the right thing in work and getting themselves very motivated every day to go to work and so on. And then having the empathy to understand other people, the compassion to put themselves in their place and trying to deal with them, because relationships at the workplace is very important. Yes. And after that, having the social skills to have long-term relationships with everybody. So emotional intelligence is one of the really very important assessments that we do when people are going into work.
What kind of assessment here are we talking about?
It is an assessment to measure how they understand themselves, do they really understand themselves? How do they regulate their feelings and so on? We put like a lot of scenarios, and they give their opinions about these scenarios.
And the outcome actually measures
all these points, and then or very important competencies, and then after that we deal with these points.
I guess one of the main
when they're accepted.
Yes, one of the main issues here would be how flexible they can become, and how can they take pressure. How can they deal with the pressure of the work environment?
You know, Hala, you raised a very important point about flexibility. Because whatever we're doing, we won't be doing next year. We need to be very flexible about continuous learning.
And no matter how you expect what's going to happen, still other things are going to happen. So you need to be flexible.
Definitely. And there are 3 components that are very important and differ when youth go to work. The first component is about feedback. In the universities, they get direct feedback. Okay, this is right. Yes, this is right. This is wrong. Come here. You know, you have to repeat something, and so on. At the workplace, this doesn't happen. Your feedback is collective. You know, more qualitative than quantitative.
Yes, yes.
You don't get it regularly. So this is a big difference. Another difference is relationships. Because in the university or in their studies, they're all friends, same age, same you know, environment, all in all, and so on. Yes. But in the workplace, people come from different places, unique backgrounds, and so on. Relationships are difficult.
And it's not relationships with colleagues or coworkers only. It's relationships with other people that you're going to deal with, like clients, like suppliers, like and
vendors, everything. So many relationships, and the relationships are serious. Because if something goes wrong, there is an effect, and the serious effect
on everyone.
And the last component is accountability. When they are in the university, accountability is only on them. Okay, I didn't do something. But in the workplace, it's on their team, the whole division,
the whole structure.
So it is a ripple effect. That's why it is that serious.
Yes.
So when they move this, you know, to this new place, it is that different than the other place. So
definitely.
Yes.
In what way is the organization culture adaptation becoming a major part in their success as employees? Because each organization has its own culture. Adaptation, again, which is goes with flexibility. How important is that?
You know, when we go to organizations, and people who have moved to several organizations know that for a fact. Each organization has character. It's like a person. When you go to this organization, there is a very different culture than the other organizations. It is a person with the likes and dislikes, with what is accepted and what is not accepted, with everything. So they need to be very careful about blending in the culture. They have to realize what the culture is at the beginning, and for us as an organization, we have to embrace that, you know. We have to create the environment that, will orient you to what our culture is. That's why there is the vision, the mission, and the values of the organization. And now in Egypt, everybody is doing this, you know, is trying to, as we say, organize our home, you know, know what we are, know our vision, mission, and our values. What are the main values for each organization? Even the dress code. If you go to an organization, you get the feel of the culture. Some organizations are young, some organizations are a bit old, some are sophisticated, some are diplomatic, formal, you know? So they are characters, just like human beings. So we need to adapt to this new culture and help and support young people adapt to this culture also.
How can youth shadow experienced employees to be fully engaged? How can they do that?
Experienced employees in any workplace or organization, they're always very busy. right? And have so many things, but
Yes.
they have so much experience to give to young people. So at least they can give part of their time to like train them, but on the job training.
Yes.
You know, okay, come with me, we'll do this, we'll do that, see me do this, see me attend a conference, see me attend a meeting. Every aspect in the workplace has its rules and its framework and guidelines. So when they see this, when they're very fresh, you know, they get adapted quickly, they get comfortable with everything. They don't have to wait several years to
The younger they are, the easier they get adapted to any situation.
Definitely. And when you give them confidence, you're with me, you know. You can attend an important meeting with me, and I have confidence in you, and you'll help me do this and that, and so on. So they start living this life early on. And they don't have to wait several years to understand everything and get the experience and so on.
Yes.
Yes.
In addition to all, what can organizations also do to prepare for embracing youth and getting them blend in quickly? Because blending sometimes is an issue. I mean, they could be qualified, like having the training, knowing what are the tasks that they are going to undertake or implement in this environment, but adapting to and blending with not just people, every situation that's in that workplace.
Blending takes time, you know. So when someone is going in, like starting a new job, they want to fit in very quickly. And this is not easy. And all the organization has to support this to get them blend in, like go to every department, get acquainted with everyone, understand what's being done in each department, like have a time for adapting before they get into the real work, working and adapting, but through simulation, you know, through trying different positions, seeing different things happen and so on in each department, not just your department. Whenever you're working in a place, you get acquainted with each department. So why not early on? And even in college and so on,
Yes,
why not?
I wanted to ask you that, because if we're talking about simulation, is it possible to have simulation programs for the students when they are still in the university to get them the feeling of the real work? And this is another thing from internship. We're talking here about simulation.
Definitely. Internship is different, you know. Internship, like you go to a place and they have their own rules, and you know you're in there for like a short time and so on. But putting them in situations is a simulation. Putting them in a situation like to take decisions, to do problem solving, because as we said, soft skills are not soft skills anymore. They are critical thinking, problem solving, negotiation skills, and so on. So many
body language, anger management.
Definitely, anger management, conflict resolution. All these are skills that are essential, not soft anymore. I don't like to call them soft, because they're power skills.
They're basic skills.
They're basic skills. Thank you. They are basic skills. So when they know all these skills up front, you know, in a situation, put them like in a meeting and let them take a decision. Put them in a real work life experience.
Excellent. Now we need to talk about the media, the role of the media.
Yes. Really, the media is so important in everything, in all our life. With young people, you know, in Egypt, young people and youth are 60% of our population. 60% is a huge number. We rely on them. So if we rely on them, we need to plan for them. We started planning and we started diversifying all studies, more of technical and of crafts and so on. But we really need to take an in-depth look how to get them to where we want. Where we want is being flexible, having the essential and basic skills, as you said. The communication skills is a must, interpersonal skills, the conflict resolution, as we said, negotiation, problem solving, and so on. So we need to get them in this place where anything that rises or new learnings is right away a smooth sail for them.
Yes.
They don't need to struggle to learn something new and so on.
I'd like to thank you very much, Engineer Noha Aziz Kamel, HR and Services Advisor for Chairman of the Board of Directors of a holding company. Thank you very much. Always a pleasure having you. Personally, I benefited from the tips that you gave. I'd like to thank you very much.
Thank you so much and have a beautiful day.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. Much more coming up here on Nile TV International. Stay tuned.